All right. Hopefully the audio is good because this is kind of one take. I probably should have tested the audio first. So Parteehard is having issues in this trucking world. He want to go and see his family. So I was watching today's video. Something about the Russians is playing with him. It's his home time. Obviously they ain't got no load for him to get home. They not making money. He ain't making money. That's probably all around trucking. So what I'm gonna do is I don't know exactly where he live at. I know he live. I think he said in Virginia. I want to say Richmond, Virginia, but I'm not too sure. So I'm gonna look for some jobs in his area and outside his area so where he can have some better home time. So I'm finna just go to the internet. Just help anybody that's up in that area see what we got going on here. So I'm gonna go over to the internet browser. Okay. Now let's start on Craigslist. See what we can find on Craigslist. This is what I tell everybody to go. So I don't know if it's Virginia or West Virginia. Let's say Virginia. I think it's Richmond, Virginia. I'm not too sure. Let's go to transport. Let's go to gallery. Let's see what we got going on. Now we're not looking for no type of leasing work, no type of leasing work. So here's a carrier. Let's see what they're saying. How feed, service and feedlots along the East Coast, Midwest home weekends. So they saying they can get your home on the weekend. That's a specialized trailer right there. I don't know. It says the Richmond area, so um, local OTR. I would call it about their local division. I'm not sure if yeah, it's regional OTR. So I guess the regional drivers they get home on the weekends, and I'm assuming I guess if they got local drivers, they home every day. So I would call them first, man. You get to learn a new skill, and I don't know what they pay, but hey, if you're just looking for home time, you get a new skill and you get some at least home on the weekends. Let's continue. Let's continue. Now, of course, if y'all want to know, I'm not looking for no dry van or reefer carriers, and mainly because in the trucking industry, dry van and reefer is OTR work. So that's not something you want to do if you are looking to be home, unless it's like a LTL company like a UPS or FedEx, something that's out and back. So we got hazmat home daily. Don't think I ever heard of them hauling cryogenic liquid. Says 5-day work week, home daily. So by home daily, I don't know if this is an out and back run. I'm not sure. Out and back and off on the weekends. Is that what that could be? You know, most tanker work is out and back. Well, I'm not gonna say most tanker work. Just from when I talk about tanker work, I only know from my carrier. I never researched any other carriers, so. But I would give them a call and see, hey, do y'all got a dedicated account? Now, of course, they're gonna require their hazmat and tanker. Not sure what exactly the requirements is to get your hazmat. Let's continue. Let's continue. Ready mix concrete driver. What is that about? Hourly? That's gotta be local for me to think about that. That's in Richmond, VA though. Says Class B only. I don't know about. I don't think he would want to do that. Let's see. You'll notice a lot of the same carriers advertise because they have a hard time filling their trucks, mainly because nobody want to do it. That's really the main reason. Especially if they just writing the same ad over and over and over. Let's go to the second page, see what we got going on. Be an owner operator, no credit check, no money down. That's how you fail in trucking right here. See that right there? Be an owner operator, no credit check, no money down. That's how you fail right there in trucking. All you gotta do is click that ad, and you'll be on your way to failing in trucking. Keeping it moving, keeping it moving. So it's mostly looking like the same carriers. I don't see nothing different. So we may have to look for some specialized work. This is a small carrier right here, local driver, but they pay hourly, not really well. I don't know what that equals, the hourly work. I don't know what pay that equals, but hey, if it's home every day and off on the weekends and it's near your house, I would take that first, especially if you just looking for a company driver position. I mean, that's what we're gonna start to at least be home more often. As far as local work, people got the misconception that if you do any type of local work, it's the most hardest form of trucking there is. And that could be the case. That could be the case if you do it with a mega carrier that's gonna work you to death. You can do it with an LTL carrier that's gonna make you drive them 70 hours a week, 34-hour reset at the house. You know, there's ways around it, but there are some carriers out there that's not working people to death and not just slaving them. You just gotta find one. You just gotta find one. That's all that is. Car hauling experience. Let's see what they're talking about. College days start immediately, but what is the home time like? Creating flexible long distance routes. Is that car hauling can work if they give you a specific route, like from your house, maybe like dealership to dealership, auction to dealership. But of course, a lot of carriers gonna want experience with that. I think PH said car hauling ain't for him, so I don't think he would want to do that. Fuel transport. Now, usually any type of fuel transport is going to be home every day. Let me see what they say. Paid by the load, PM shift. They got a weekend. They pay different on the weekend. Day and night shift available. So this is a home every day right here because it's shift. So this is right there in Richmond, VA. Just need hazmat, tango, twig, pass the background, acceptable motor vehicle record. So you don't even need a clean record. You just got to be acceptable. Seems like could be a big carrier, so they probably do train. If you can get your hazmat, man, I would try any type of fuel delivery job in that area. Most of them are going to be hourly. I think all of them are hourly. This is the first one I see that says paid by the load. But I would definitely try that first because that's what's going to definitely get you home every day. And I mean, if you got gas stations over by your house, what I would do is I would just post up by the gas station and wait for the gas truck to come, and whatever carrier come, I would write it down. Like, for example, at my house, the gas station is right here up here on the corner, and the pre-logistics, I see the same black driver with dreads He come and unload the fuel. I see him now. I don't see him every day, but usually when I go up there at a certain time, same driver, local driver, and I said, hey, if I ever want to do that job, that's the carrier I would call. Why? Because this is the route I would try and run. So, and then of course that's home daily also. Usually it's a 5-day work week. So let's get into some more specialized type of work. Now, like I said, I'm assuming he working in Richmond, but I'm not too sure exactly. Crude oil, 6 months oil field liquid tanker experience required. We're gonna get back to these oil field jobs. We're gonna get right back to it because there is another option. Let's type in tanker, see what pops up. Any tanker jobs? Baltimore, quality carriers, but that's in Baltimore though. I don't think that's near his house. Is it local though? Don't say anything about the hometown. We have 3 terminals, New Jersey. Now, if you live near New Jersey, a lot of these chemical companies are going to be in New Jersey because that's where a lot of plants is. So living near the plants could definitely get you home a lot often if you live in the area. Regional no-touch freight. This is in Virginia. Says dedicated customer here, so it's got to be out and back. If it's dedicated, I'm assuming it's out and back. Regional OTR dedicated routes. I mean, if that's near you and it's dedicated, I would try them. Depending on how often they can get you home, it depends where that route is. What carrier is this? Bosco? So what it is? Says weekends off. 12 or 1600. They are in. Don't say where they are located. I'm assuming they're in Richmond. I mean, that's Norfolk, Virginia. Chesapeake. Let's see what they talking about. Shoot, they ain't even got no words on their ad. But judging by the fact that they ain't got no sleep on now, it's got to be local. But I use Craigslist to find work. This is what I do. I always use Craigslist to find any type of work in that area. Got Class A, Class B fuel positions, but mostly what I've seen so far is the hazmat drivers are the ones that's able to do local work or dedicated routes. That's what I'm seeing based off the ads up there. Now, like I said, I don't know if you actually live in that area. I have no idea. Let me look at another area. Let's go to I guess PA. Let's see, York, PA. York, PA. What do they got? A lot of chemical companies hiring. Look like Quality got that shit locked up there. I guess if you live by a Quality Carriers, I would call them, see if they got any dedicated routes near your house. But then again, it's still hazmat though. Like I said, the hazmat drivers seem to be the ones that can do the get home the most. I don't shoot. It look like right here it's only Quality. See, even this right here, it's local driver, but it's local too. But it's hazmat, bulkmatic, and I don't know if PH can qualify for hazmat. So let's look at some other options. Let's type in sandbots. No results. Let's go to I meant to go to let's see, Philadelphia. Nothing. Norfolk. Nothing. Richmond. Let's try frac sand. Okay, nothing up there. Let's see West Virginia. Sand haulers. Let's see what we're talking about. Looking for motivated drivers to haul sand boxes, Ohio, West Virginia area for frac pits, full-time, $10.99, paid weekly. 4 years of experience, 25% gross. But this is an owner-operator hiring. What you need to figure out, which is it's kind of hard to figure out, but if you can figure out what carriers run that oil field up there in West Virginia, because a lot of y'all that live up there, y'all live right there in the oil field. It's just a lot of them jobs are not advertised. So what you got to do is you got to basically spot one of these guys on the interstate right down the carrier and try to give them a call. But any of them sandbots or pneumatic drivers, all of them are local. Every single one of them are local. None of them is regional OTR, so they all running back and forth the exact same route. If you can get one of those jobs, that's gonna pay you the most, of course, assuming they got work. And the home time is just you just gotta figure it out. If you live directly in the area, you get home often. I mean, more than likely they let you drive the truck home, depending on where you are to the oil field. Also, a lot of these oil field carriers, if for whatever reason you let's say you can't find a local job near your house, okay? What I was doing, let's go to Odessa's Midland, Texas, transport. Let's go to Sandbots. What a lot of these carriers will do is they will offer for home time. Usually they offer a schedule. Let me find one. What's our owner operators right here? Where's the carrier that's promoting? A lot of these are owner operators promoting. Okay, let's see Starbuck. I talked to them the other day. So a carrier like Starbuck, which they probably ain't got it written on here. Nope, they ain't got it written up here. But a carrier like Starbuck, usually what they'll do is they'll offer their drivers a home time schedule. Like you work 3 weeks, you go home for a week. Of course, you go home, either you drive, you take an airplane. Me, I was taking airplane flights. A lot of those carriers out there will offer that either 3 weeks on, 1 week off, 4 weeks on, 2 weeks off, 2 weeks on, 1 week off. You know, they all offer something different. And that way you can make the most amount of money and get the most amount of home time. So like if you can't find a local job, you could work for like 3 weeks out in the oil field, stack up as much money as you can, then go and enjoy your family for a whole week. I know I was doing. That's what I was doing when I was in the oil field with a couple of carriers offered that. W&W offered that. Um, Detmar Logistics, they offered that. A lot of the carriers is on here promoting. They all looking for owner operators for the most part, but let me see. Okay, now this is a good carrier right here. TCT, hard to get on with, but good carrier. Let's see. I don't know what type of home time they gonna offer. Must stay out 2 to 3 weeks at a time. They probably let you go home for a week, but they don't say. They want 5 years experience. But y'all gotta have 1 year frat sand experience. I didn't know they was offering that, but Texas Chrome Transport. They usually located down in South Texas, but I didn't know they was requiring 1 year of experience. Okay, you got Detmar Logistics. They offer that schedule. If I can find a company ad. Okay, here's one right here, West Virginia, Ohio. Let's check that out. Owner operators hiring, CDL Class A needed for sand haul or sandboxes and pneumatic. 1 year experience needed for pneumatic. What I usually do is, if I can't qualify, but he put this up here, I would just email this guy and ask what carriers is up there. Tell him you looking for a company driver position. Tell him where you live, and just ask these people, hey, do you know what carriers is up there? And sometimes they'll reply back and tell you. But see, here's a schedule right here. They didn't change it now. Now it looks like it's 3 weeks on, 4 days off. Or was it always 4? I think it was 4 weeks on, 7 days off. I think that was a schedule. I think it was a schedule. Yeah, it sounds familiar. But a carrier like this, man, they will pay you. When I was there, it was $2,000 to $3,000 a week. Is what I was making. That's back when the oil field was good. I don't know if the drivers are still making that. I haven't yelled, but it was $2,000 to $3,000 a week, 4 weeks on, 1 week off. So when I came in the house, I had all the money in the world, and I was there for a whole week. And I just took a flight. You know, a flight was about 3 hours, 30 minutes. Cost me about $300 to go home. Well, I did a round trip, so it was $300 for the whole round trip. So I don't know what it's gonna cost to fly up towards Virginia. You know, you will have to figure that out. But that's if you're looking for the maximum amount of home time as well as money. Now I know the ads say owner operators, but they hire company drivers also. Let's go to something more extreme because Texas is crowded. Let's go to North Dakota. I know they hiring like crazy right now for those that dare to go up there. Well, actually, it's going to be summertime now, so you know the winter's kind of letting up now. But let's go to transport. This is where you're going to find some pretty good jobs. Look at see oil field tanker drivers starting immediately, but they want 6 months oil field experience. But hey, they are offering $300 to $450 per day. So if we do 300 times, 7 days? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. It's 21. $2,100 to about $2,800 a week. Flexible home time scheduling, full benefits. They got company housing. And usually with that company housing, what it is it's usually like a hotel room. Well, it usually is a hotel. And at the hotel, it's like any other regular hotel. At the first floor of the hotel where they serve the breakfast, they got the laundry room and they serve breakfast and got a refrigerator and stuff like that. Maybe a gym, swimming pool, that type of stuff. They usually just put the drivers in hotel rooms because up in North Dakota it's so cold. So, I heard you talk about the man camps, and your idea of it is, I guess, like a tent or something, and guys are sleeping on each other. It's usually just a hotel is where it is, but not a lot of companies offer that, especially not in Texas. It's usually offered in North Dakota, but you see I mean, hey, look, there's the money, full-time benefits. I don't know what the home time schedule is, but they want 6 months of oil field experience. The way you get around that is you just, hey, they looking for a driver. You just give them a call, and they gonna bend all them rules. Let's see, water hauling, money. We're a small company. We're busy now, long-term guys. Pay percentage. $5,000 sign-on bonus. Again, 300 to 350 a day. Some carriers are paying. Well, this one they didn't drop it down here. They talking about 250 to 350. I guess they account for the slow days. I'm not sure, but they just want 1 year of CDL experience and a tech endorsement. Look like they train their drivers. Flexible home time scheduling. Let's see. If you work the night shift, they will pay you $5 an hour, I guess. Hauling fresh water. Usually any type of water gig, if y'all don't know how water works, it's usually just like a 10-mile radius. You're just going in circles. Basically, you're going from the tank to the disposal. It's just a circle, 55 miles per hour. It's got to be the most easiest job out there. There's probably practically no interstate or no highway. It's probably just all off-road. But, everything is every company is different. Let's see. Busy. I bet. Tier 1, are they still hiring? Was this crude oil? I forgot. Is this crude oil or is this water? Drivers average 10 and 12,000 per month. Okay, so here's a good schedule. 4 weeks on, 2 weeks off schedule. Okay, Newtown, North Dakota. Okay, so you come home, you got $10,000 to $12,000 in your pocket, and you're off for 2 straight weeks. Okay, you can't get it any better. What do they require? And they got a medical plan too. What do they require? Tank endorsement, 2 years driving experience. They want you to have some oil field experience, but hey man, you don't. Hey, look, just give them a phone call, and it's hard enough to get drivers to go to North Dakota. So I mean, once you give them the phone call and they just feel like you really gonna go up there, they gonna pay the plane ticket and all this shit, send you home up there. And when they say oil field experience, they really what they asking for is, can you drive a truck right there in that grass in that little dirt lot? That's basically all they. Can you drive a truck off road? I guess I never figured out what oil field experience mean. I guess they want to know if you can drive off road. I guess I don't know because there's nothing to it. I mean, if you can drive a drive-in, you can drive any other truck. Looking for sand haulers. Look like an owner-operator. 1099 up 30%. 2015 Pink. So this is all North Dakota, man. I ain't gonna keep looking into it. Let me see if I can find the oil field over there in West Virginia. I can't remember exactly what states Well, these guys are in. Let me look in Pittsburgh. Gold Coast. I wonder if this is where he live. I see Gold Coast. I wonder if that's the one he was working at. It'd be hard to find jobs up here for the oil field. You got it, man. It's like they don't even advertise up here. What part is it? Ohio? Let me look in Ohio. Okay, we got prop ed spots. We're getting warmer. See, they located in Ohio, Pittsburgh, and West Virginia. The problem is it's not a lot of companies advertising, so you got to kind of catch them in traffic. You got to kind of catch these guys at the truck stop and write the goddamn carrier name down. That's how you got to do it with a lot of these carriers. But these guys are, like I said, they local drivers that's making the most money up there, but they hard to find. They are hard to find. But I do know how on Google Maps. Let me see if I can find them. Let's see. How the fuck do I zoom out? Okay. Let's find a shipper. Sandbox Logistics. Where are these fools running? Okay, they right there. There's a shipper right there. What part of PA is that? Zanesville, Ohio, and Willings, Bel Air. Is that Ohio or PA? Okay, that's Ohio, Bel Air, Ohio. So this is the shipper right here. So these guys are running somewhere in this area. And like I said, I don't know exactly where Parteehard live. Richmond is down here. Let me see how far the distance is from now. Look like 2 hours. Could be longer. Damn, 6 hours. God damn, he lived far. Man. That's if he lived right there, though. I don't know. You got the Carolinas. Oh, the tanker workers over there in New Jersey. Let me see New Jersey. How far is that? New Jersey. Oh, that's 5 hours. Shit. Just fucked all the way around. Where's the airport? Let's look for an airport. Hold on. Let me take this off. Let me find the airport. Where's the airport? Okay, there we go. Richmond International Airport. There we go. So if let's say he did live in Richmond and he picked a oil field job, how much would he pay for VA? Let's get some plane ticket information. Search flights. Round trip. You could tell it's hot because they all the way over in April. Trying to make people feel better. Where are we? What is this, March 8th? So, of course you can't book a plane ticket at the last second, but let's say you wanted to go home for the 21st and stay a whole week. So, what you can do is, this will work right here. You can tell the carrier you'll be off 21st through the 31st. They'll do 10 days because that's what I was doing with Detmar. And that's $291 right there. So you'll work from the 8th to the 20th. And then you'll Uber to the airport right there in Midland and fly home. You know, I don't know how long the flight is. Let's find out. 5 hour flight round trip. So that's cheap as hell then. See, that ain't bad right there at all. Go home with about, I don't know, $8,000. Hit the airport, $291. You got plane ticket home and back. You know, that's how I was doing it. I'm surprised it's that cheap coming out of Midland, but hey, you never know till you look. Um, let's say he wanted to go to North Dakota. So Williston, North Dakota. That's Delta Airlines. Let's see. Look like 458 is gonna be the cheapest. Yeah, it is 458. Assuming he want to go home on 21st. I mean, of course, the quicker you book it, the less it is. But let's go around this. Let's go around the 428 mark. Let's do it that way. So round trip, take off on the 22nd. Let's say you come back. You can come back on the 31st. That's gonna give you your week, $504. Now it seems expensive to play those plane tickets, but as much money as you're making, it's not a problem to donate $500. Then you got tax write-off anyway. I wrote off about, I don't know, $7,000 in plane tickets for 2019, so it's not a big deal, especially with the amount of money you can make. But just to give y'all an idea, let me look at one more site before I go. One more site. And this is all how I do my research. I don't just go out blind. On over here. This is what Golden Cloud be promoting. Let me see if Golden Cloud, I don't know, Zip Recruiter, that ain't what he promote. See, Golden Cloud, he won't promote no more on YouTube because I heard too many of y'all was messing with Golden Cloud when the numbers was funny when y'all showed up. And now he don't want to promote face to face, so he hides behind Indeed. That's right, that's what he had at. Wait a minute, you gotta wink, wink. I'm just saying. Let's see if we can find him. I'm gonna go see if I can find him anyway. What's Golden Cloud promoting? Odessa's Frac saying. Let's see. Let's see. How do we find Golden Cloud? What in the world? What is this? What type of name would Golden Cloud use? Because I know he on here. Let me see. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me type on operator. Find jobs. Where, oh where could the Golden Clown be? Where, oh where could he be? If only I knew where he promotes the name of the company as. What if I just type Golden Clown, would that pop up? What does he promote as? Oh, I remember. Yeah, how do you spell all that? Wait a minute, hold on. Let's see. What the hell is the name of that fucking company? Wait a minute. Golden Cloud getting lucky today. He don't get that lucky all the time. Richmond, VA. Let's go frac sand. Damn, I didn't put the damn. Okay, there we go. Frac sand driver. 100 miles. Not a goddamn thing. Sandbox. Nothing. Let's go to Ohio. Hell, do anybody promote on here? Okay, we got one company. Let's see where they at. Cincinnati, Ohio. I didn't even know they was in Cincinnati. Let's see what they talking about. 7 to 10,000 a week is what the truck gross. Driver get 28%, $10.99 full time, day and night, 10 speed. Mac, gotta know how to drive a truck, but they want 5 years CDL experience. Why? Why? You know they have a hard time finding drivers with those dumb requirements. But hey, they saying $2,000 to $3,000 a week, and you need 2 years sandbox experience. That's ridiculous. They gotta have a hard time finding those any type of driver for that. One thing I know about the oil field is a swift driver straight out of school can pull a sandbox trailer. Only thing you gotta do is make sure they know not to bust no U-turns whatsoever. That's gonna be the end of their driving career. So other than that, don't need all that experience. I don't even know why they even advertise like that. Let's see, man, that's all Ohio, huh? Yeah, they probably don't advertise on Indeed much. Like I said, those type of carriers, you're gonna have to find them at the truck stop. But I was assuming he lived in Richmond, Virginia, but I have no idea where he lived. But I would try the hazmat world first, since that seems to be the people in the area that's getting offered the local work. Then after that, if that's not something for you, I would try the oil field. If that ain't working for you, then I would try LTL company. But keep in mind with the LTL carriers, it's gonna be for the most part a lot of hours, but hey, at least you get home to see your family, so that works too. Other than that, man, I mean, if you can find something like end dump or belly dump or hopper or car hauling, any type of specialized trailer where them guys just work that area, any of that'll work. But as far as driving in the reefer, I would stay away from that altogether because all that stuff is OTR. That's why I don't do it right now because it's all OTR. So unless it's some type of refrigerated customer to where you do like grocery deliveries, now those carriers is local, but you probably gotta unload the trailer yourself. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up too much longer, man. I think hopefully this video can help a lot of people. Now, as far as the 2290 go, I know a lot of drivers are gonna tell you, they're gonna say, 2290, you were supposed to file it yourself and pay it as $550 a year, and usually you're supposed to have it to lease onto a carrier, or the carrier is not supposed to pay it whatsoever. But I guess Chris had some type of setup to where he promised y'all the moon or something. I'm not sure, but usually the 2290 is always paid by the driver themselves. But what I'm trying to figure out is, because I'm not exactly sure how all of it works. If you had plates on the truck, you had to have the 2290. So I'm thinking what happened is, cause I don't know what happened, but I'm thinking you filed the 2290, and maybe you told the IRS that you was gonna mail in a check, and then Chris filed it. Well, you filed it under your EIN, but then Chris filed it under his EIN and paid for it to get the plates, but you still got it filed under your EIN, even though it's already paid on his side. I'm thinking something like that happened, but I don't know, man. I don't know. But next time, the 2290 is always paid by the driver. 2290, any type of speeding tickets or any type of violations people get out here, it's always paid by the driver, never allowing the carrier. I don't even know why anybody would contact the carrier to pay any of that stuff, but it's all a learning experience. Like I said, I don't know what Chris was promising. The moon, I'm assuming. look for some type of specialized carrier in the area. Start with the fuel delivery. Start in that area if you can get hazmat. Uh, Now as far as how you gonna get home from Texas, it's like prime meat, man. You know, prime meat. You know, if you lived over in Virginia on prime meat, you know how they work. They're gonna send you all the way to the West Coast, and they're gonna keep you out there. And when it's time to go home, you're gonna still be out there. And you know, that's why I left night transportation. Hey, when I told them I was quitting, I was stuck in California. You know, I had told them before they even sent me out there, but I gave a 2-week notice. So they're sitting me out there hoping that, hey, well, he's out there in California. So, you know, maybe he'll change his mind about going home. Then the boss got involved. And once the boss got involved, he gave me a straight load to the terminal. And that's when I took my stuff out, and that was the end of that. So, got to be careful with these carriers.